What's going on, everyone? And welcome back to the channel. Before we dive into today's absolutely explosive story, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for notifications, because you do not want to miss updates on this developing situation. Today, we're breaking down a story that sounds like it came straight out of a political thriller, but I promise you, this is 100% real. We're talking about a White House aide who allegedly wore a wire for the FBI, and the implications are absolutely staggering. Now, I want to be clear from the start. We're going to stick to the facts here and walk through what we know, what's been reported, and what this could mean moving forward. This isn't about partisan politics. This is about understanding a potentially historic moment in American government. So here's what's being reported. According to multiple sources familiar with the matter, a mid-level White House aide has been cooperating with federal investigators for several months. And we're not just talking about answering questions in an interview room. We're talking about wearing a recording device, a wire, inside the White House. Let that sink in for a second. Someone with access to high-level meetings, sensitive conversations, and internal White House operations was allegedly recording those interactions for the FBI. Now, the identity of this aide hasn't been officially confirmed, and we're not going to speculate on names here. But what we do know is that this person allegedly had regular contact with senior officials and was present at meetings where policy decisions were being discussed. This isn't just gossip or rumor. Multiple news organizations have corroborated parts of this story through their own independent sources. And the fact that it's leaked at all tells us that we're likely approaching a critical phase in whatever investigation is happening. Because here's the thing, when you're wearing a wire, prosecutors aren't fishing. They know what they're looking for. They have a target. And they believe that person is going to say something incriminating. So what exactly is the FBI investigating? Well, that's where things get complicated, and frankly, a bit murky. According to reports, the investigation appears to be focused on potential violations of federal law. We're hearing it could involve classified document handling, obstruction of justice, or possibly corruption-related offenses. Some sources suggest it could involve multiple areas. The fact that investigators felt they needed someone on the inside wearing a wire tells us something crucial. They were looking for real-time evidence of ongoing activity. This wasn't just about reconstructing past events. They wanted to catch conversations as they happened. Now, wearing a wire is a big deal in any investigation, but in the White House? That's virtually unprecedented in modern American history. The last time we saw anything even remotely similar was during Watergate, when White House counsel John Dean cooperated with investigators, though even he didn't wear a recording device inside the building. From a legal standpoint, for the FBI to authorize someone to wear a wire in the White House, they would need approval from pretty high up. We're talking Department of Justice leadership, possibly even requiring sign-off from a federal judge depending on the circumstances. This isn't something that gets greenlit casually. Prosecutors would need to demonstrate 1. That there's probable cause a crime has been or is being committed. 2. That the person wearing the wire is credible and their safety can be reasonably protected. 3. That the potential evidence is crucial to the investigation and can't be obtained through less intrusive means. The fact that all of those boxes were apparently checked tells us this investigation is serious. Very serious. So what does this mean for everyone involved moving forward? First, for the White House. This is a massive security and trust breach. If you're working at the highest levels of government and you find out that someone in your inner circle was recording conversations for the FBI, that creates an atmosphere of paranoia and suspicion. Who else might be cooperating? What else has been recorded? What conversations do they now wish they could take back? These questions are probably consuming leadership right now. And practically speaking, it makes the day-to-day functioning of government more difficult when people are second-guessing every conversation. Second, for the aide who wore the wire, this person took an enormous risk. Whether you view it as courageous whistleblowing or betrayal depends on your perspective, but either way, once your cooperation becomes public, your life changes forever. There are serious personal safety concerns, career implications, and the reality of becoming a central figure in what could be a historic legal case. So what should we be watching for in the coming days and weeks? Any official statements from the White House or the Department of Justice? So far, we've mostly seen no-comment responses, which is standard in ongoing investigations. But if this story continues to build momentum, there may be pressure for some kind of public acknowledgement. Potential targets of the investigation. Are we going to see indictments, subpoenas, resignations? The presence of a cooperating witness wearing a wire usually means prosecutors are building toward charging decisions. Congressional response. You can bet that members of Congress are already demanding briefings about what's happening, who knew what and when, and what oversight role they should be playing. This story is developing rapidly, and we'll be keeping you updated as more information comes out. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss any updates, and drop a comment below letting me know your thoughts on this situation. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.